Hello and welcome to my channel. I am AerieDrawsHorror and this is a life update. An update on my life because a lot has happened recently. I okay, so uh things are better, right? Things were pretty bad, but they're better now. And I don't know how to make like a resume, like not a resume, like what do you call it? I don't know how to summarize this whole thing that I've been through, right? But basically, my mother died, multiple organ failure, and then, as y'all probably know, I got like visions and like I heard her um after her death, like she would talk to me and stuff like that, and that was a really dark moment in my life. And I took meds for it and they worked for a while. Then after a couple weeks they didn't. Started seeing visions again. Eventually I just kept taking the meds, and after like what 2 months I was fine, not having a lot of visions. And then I told my dad that I had a vision about my grandmother being strangled to death. No, not strangled to death, but stabbed in the neck by like a vision of mine with a knife. And I told that to my dad because he was like the only person I was able to be open to, because I had been open to I had opened up to him for like a short amount of time, and I got like confident enough to expose this moment to him, and he threatened to kill me. He said, if you touch my mother, I gave you life and I can take it away from you. That's what he said to me. And since that day, I haven't forgotten that fucking phrase. And um, I just couldn't. So basically, I never forgot what he said, and it just kept lingering in the back of my head. Like I just kept remembering it over and over and being like, what the fuck? Why would he say that to me? Who the fuck says that to their kid, right? To their daughter. And then I was like, that's not what a real dad should do. Like, what the fuck? And then my disappointment grew bigger and bigger with him. And at the time I was living with my grandmother, and so I decided to run away. I ran away, found a dude called Stuart. I'm not even from an English speaking country, so finding a guy named Stuart is really like insane to me, cuz nobody I know speaks English, to be honest. So, basically, found this dude on the streets. I was on my way to a shelter, right, to a public shelter where they accept all kinds of people, and like especially crackheads and whatnot, drug addicts and people who only live for drugs, right? And I was going to a place like that, and uh, I was opening my heart to the driver, right? Because I got an Uber, and the driver was like, "I don't think you should do this. You should probably go back." Yada yada, trying to convince me to not do that. And I was like, "Nah, fuck that. You're not convincing me. I'm going to live in a shelter." And uh, yeah, cause I kind of fear my dad. I fear for my life. And even though he's away traveling and whatnot overseas, I think he's gonna come back for my life. So I'm running away. And so I met up with my uncle, because my family was calling me and whatnot, and I decided to um pick up the phone, right? And he talked to me on the phone. He asked for my location so he could talk. He went there alone so we could talk, and I opened up to him and I was like, I'm trans. I'm a trans woman. That's why I'm running away. It's mainly the it's mainly the reason why I'm running away. I don't really fear my dad. And he was like, "Oh, I'm not surprised." And the only way I told him I'm trans, the only reason I told him I'm trans is because he's bisexual. And I've always known that he was like in the LGBT spectrum. And yeah, so like I felt secure by telling him that. And it was kind of like disappointing because he didn't have a reaction at all. And I was like, what the fuck? I thought he would have some sort of reaction to that. But anyways, I told him I'm trans, and he was like, "So what? Why are you running? Why are you running away?" And I was like, "Cause I'm trans. Like that's the reason. People won't accept me and whatnot." And I told him that I've been trying this art thingy for nearly a year, and it didn't work out. I'm looking at my Blue Sky page right now, and I have 8 followers and 115 posts. Yeah, and I have like my Patreon. Let me just look up my Patreon because it's so fucking disappointing. It shatters my fucking heart, right? Because like I have over 136 posts on my fucking Patreon, and I have 2 members. One of them, like they're both free members. They don't pay me anything. One of them is me. And the other one is a person who has over 200 paid members on the same platform. So yeah, someone more successful than me. And I don't know, it's just hard to like cope. Cause I've gone through so much shit to get where I'm at. And it's still nothing. Like I've never earned a single penny for any of my artwork. It's so frustrating. Anyways, I told him I was trans, and he was unimpressed, and he ended up convincing me into, going back home. The thing is, I didn't go back home. He managed to, since I was living with my grandmother, he managed to actually let me live in my house, like without my father and without my brother. My brother was living with my aunt, and my father was away traveling overseas. And so I was home alone for like a month and a half, maybe 2 months. I don't know. I was super depressed. I couldn't draw anymore because I was just so depressed, and I was just like feeling so frustrated because none of my hard work paid off for like a year, and I felt hopeless. And I kept thinking about, the death threat that my father said to me. And how my life was shitty. And I decided to run away again. This time I wouldn't tell anybody. And I did so. I ran away and found an LGBT shelter. The way I did it was I Googled it and then I found one, right? And then there were no what do you call it? I couldn't get in because there were like no there were no spots for me to be in, right? It was full of people already, and so they gave me the contact information of someone, right? A politician. I didn't know at the time that it was, but the owner of another house, and that person gave me the contact info of an institution that redirects homeless people into shelters. And then they told me to physically go there, and I physically went there, and they registered me into this new shelter. I had to get like my bags full of like clothing because I didn't think this was like a fast process, right? I thought it would take a day or two for them to actually put me in a shelter, so I didn't bring my baggage with me. Right, and so I went back home to get my stuff, and when I got there, I was redirected to the shelter. It was an LGBT shelter, women only, and at first they were pretty nice to me, pretty kind to me. There were no fights. There were nobody being a dick. The house was clean. There were 0 to no rules, and not annoying people, right? They weren't around. With time, the good people left the shelter. The bad people came in, right? And complaints started to come around, and they complained, what the fuck is this sound? I don't know if it's picking up on the mic, but what the fuck is that, man? Okay, let me just wait it out. Alright, so initially there were no complaints, nothing to complain about. But with time, people left the shelter, yada yada, and they started complaining about me. Like, they started complaining about the fact that I was miserable. Like, the fact that I would use the soap till it's like almost the size of like a cell, because I am just that miserable. I don't know why I did that, like, just to be economic with the fucking soap. And they complained about that, right? And then they complained about me making, like, cooking eggs for lunch. Like, what the fuck? Like, why would a, like, okay, so with time we started getting drug addicts to live with us, and that was a bad decision. It was a women only shelter, but we welcomed, well, I didn't do that, but the house owner, she welcomed a trans man into the shelter. And that guy, he was a dick. He was just a jerk, especially towards me. He hated me. He disrespected me all the time. He would tell me, like, that I'm way too masculine, that I'm not, like, that I don't sound trans, that, like, I don't act trans enough, like, I'm not feminine enough to be a trans woman and stuff like that. He would just humiliate me verbally and be like, oh, I'm just telling my opinion, it's just my personality. Like, dude, if you're an asshole, being an asshole does not mean you have a strong personality. It just means you're an asshole. Stop being an asshole. That's not your personality. That's just being an asshole. Like, fuck. And the people at the shelter allowed him to be that way, right? And I was done with it. I was super down with it, and I had nowhere else to go, so I had to put up with it for like a month. I was already living in the shelter for almost 3 months, and when this guy came in, it was like my second month, and uh, eventually he sexually assaulted me. Like he sexually harassed me. Uh, and that was the moment I decided to go away, run away again. And that was the moment I decided to run away again. I made peace with my father. I sent him some messages and I was like, Dad, I want to go home. I want to live with you again. Is it alright for me to do so? He agreed, and like he hardly agreed. Like he was a dick. And then I was like, okay, I will have to tolerate the jerkness of my dad for like a couple months till I'm able to pay rent, right? I'll apply for welfare programs and whatnot. And cuz like I have the rights to, right? He fucking threatened to kill me, so uh, I should just be able to lie and get into some welfare programs, get over like what $200 a month, and be able to rent a place. He knows that I'm trans now, and he does not give a fuck in the like transphobic sense. Like he does give a fuck negatively. He doesn't want me to wear femme clothes even while I'm inside the house. And yeah, he keeps on questioning me, and right now he's not questioning me because I don't touch the subject, and I can't help but be fucking frustrated at this because but before I left the shelter to live with my dad again, he had told my uncle, my uncle told him I was trans, and then my father said, well, regardless, he's gonna be my son, right? Regardless, it's my kid. I love it. I love him. And uh like regardless, like I've thought of it. I've thought of having a trans kid, and it wouldn't matter to me. I would still support them, and that's it. Doesn't matter. Whenever he's ready to come by, come around and visit me, he's welcome. That's what he said to my fucking uncle. And then I kept on reminiscing about it, right? And I was like, there's no way. Like, I was crying because I couldn't accept the fact that he was actually supporting me. Because I had suffered so much from, like, thinking that it would be the opposite, right? That he would not support me. And I kept on thinking about it, and then when I got sexually harassed, I asked my father to, uh, accept me back home, and he did. And then I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna live my best life now. And I'm not living my best life now, because my father was lying. He's not supporting my transition like he said he would. He just don't want me to be feminine at all, and I've accepted that, unfortunately, because I live under his roof now, even though I bought the fucking house. So fuck, like, my life is terrible right now. It's not as bad as it was at the shelter, but at least at the shelter I could wear like feminine clothes. I could like put on some makeup, and I could be myself. I just can't be myself here. But I have the advantages of like being able to draw my books. So like, do I value my drawing freedom over my presenting freedom? I don't think so. simply because I'm not successful at all. I'm not successful. I've never been successful. I have no income. I don't really have a lot of friends. All of my friends live in other states or countries. I'm fucking alone. And I don't know what to do, really. Like, I was looking at an old picture of mine, and then I saw my kid face looking into the camera, right? And then I was like, I'm sorry, I can't make you proud, because although you thought that you would be living your best life at this age of 19, right? You're not. I'm not. I can't make you proud right now. And I don't think I'll ever be able to. Because, like, even if I apply for those welfare programs and I get accepted, like, is that living your best life? I don't think so. Like, getting government money to survive because your dad threatened to kill you, is that living your best life? I don't think so at all. I'm not, like, I have never made a single penny from my artwork. I think I've said that already, and I don't know. I just want to express how frustrated I am. And that's it. I don't want to do anything anymore. I don't have hope for my life anymore. Like, I've lived in a fucking shelter. Like, what? Like, I lived in a shelter before my art became successful, and I doubt it will ever be successful. I've tried so much. Like, what? I've tried it for a year, but I've tried so much. So many postings. Right? So many posts, so many uploads. Like, fuck. I don't want to be, like, completely, like, depressive here, but I can't help it. Like, I'm, like, not... Fuck. I don't want to do anything anymore. It's like 7 p.m. and I'm already so tired. I'm like a slave in the modern age. And I don't know if you're listening to this and you like my art because it's in the background. Could you give me a follow? Or, like, subscribe? Share this video or something. It would mean the world to me. It really would, because I'm able to appreciate things now that I've lived in extremely poor conditions. I was never poor. I always lived in, like, what do you call it? It's like, you have poor, you have rich, you have, middle class. I always lived in a middle class household, and when I when I began living in a shelter, I was, like, living in extremely poor conditions. I didn't know how to take a bus. I didn't know what bus to take, where to take the bus, how much was the bus, where it would take me. Didn't know that certain buses only stop at certain bus stops, and I had to learn all of it. It was really fun, but it was really tiring. I don't know if I'll ever be successful, if I'll ever be able to live off my art, but I wanted to tell you, if you're going through a similar situation, you are alone. I know, because I've been there and I've been alone. I'm not going to tell you that you're not alone. Of course you are. But if you want to succeed, anyways, if you want to get somewhere, if you want to survive, you need the help of others. This is why, like, I don't believe in a God, because, like, certain people will deserve certain stuff. Certain people are good, and they do good deeds, and yet they suffer, while some evil people don't. That is the biggest evidence that a God doesn't exist. And so, I'm not telling you to be mad at your God or to not believe in it. But I'm telling you that life is fucking unfair. And if it wasn't unfair, that would be an evidence that God existed. But anyways, okay, so I don't want to talk about God, but stop following something you can't see. Start getting help from visible, functional people around you who can help you. Don't be like, oh, I just have to pray to God to be rich and to go after it and I'll be rich. No, that's not how it works. You need help from others. Maybe you won't be able to be rich if you don't go to therapy. Maybe that's holding you back. God is not your therapy. Church is not your therapy. It can't be. Therapy is what you need in a hypothetical situation like this. So you need to understand that you need the therapy and go after the therapy so you can go after your dreams. And God isn't gonna give you that. God is, in fact, it's not gonna give you anything. And when the world gives you something because you worked for it or because you were lucky, you completely discredit the world and the others who helped you, and you put that credit into God. I think that's fucking absurd. It's absurd. And anyways, so why am I talking about God? I'm an atheist, so yeah, I wanted to say that too, because religions are like, they're sick in the negative sense, and they fucked over the mentality of my parents and my family, and that's why they don't support me, cause like my dad's family, they're so supportive. Like, what the fuck? I'm never telling them that I'm trans, but like, I don't think I should be like secretive about it, because I don't think they would be aggressive towards the idea of being trans. But my dad specifically, he would, because he like got like brainwashed by my mother into thinking that way. And so, and my mother was brainwashed by religion to think that this way. So yeah, religion has affected me a lot, and I'm super ungrateful for it because I don't like religion. But anyways, my life is shit. I'm complaining about it because I can. I finally can. I'm in a good position to do so, and I want everyone to be able to do this shit, because complaining is good as fuck. It's good for your mental, I guess. I will try to to improve my life. I don't want to stop, but stopping sounds pretty good right now. I have no motivation to keep going, and I don't know what to do. Like, fuck. And I just want to tell you that I'm sorry. Like, if this is in the future, like 10 years in the future, and I have a massive following, and you're, like, some of you are, like, watching this and being like, oh, AerieDrawsHorror beat the game of life, and she's now living her best life. And wow, this was just a small moment. Keep going. Nah, I'm not gonna tell you this. I hope you're disappointed because this is my life right now. It's kind of shitty, and that's all I have to share with y'all. That it's the fact that it's shitty. I've been making Soulbound for over a year. It's my manga. It's on the screen right now. It's pretty good. The art evolves a lot throughout the months that I've been studying and drawing, and it's gonna come out soon. Not this year probably because it's already November. November as of the making of this video, and all I can say is that I'm trying not to give up. And it's hard as fuck. And I have no income, which is demotivating. And some days I just wanna, end it all. But I don't do that because I would be losing, right? I've gone through so much. And I think it's unfair that I've gone through so much and that others are going through worse. I just think that it's unfair. Life is so unfair, man. Like, I don't know, like, I've studied anatomy for a long time, and I just been seeing, like, I just open my Twitter and my Instagram sometimes, and I look at doodles, right? And I look at other people who never, like, studied anatomy, never studied hatching techniques, never became good at drawing, and they have, like, millions of followers. They earn, like, enough, like, more than enough to survive. And I'm like, fuck, I want to be them. I want to be just like them, but I can't. I've tried. I can't. I'll keep on trying because it's like my only choice. I've tried to get jobs. I've sent job applications, over like 80 something job applications. Only got 2 interviews and didn't ace any, and yep, I'm jobless. Not because I want to, because people don't want me, and I've accepted that. So I really want my welfare programs to, like, accept me, right? To the government to, like, help me out, so I can, rent a place, live my life peacefully, and eventually publish my books, have physical copies of them, translations of them, have the whole world read it, and have a fan base, be able to live off my art. That's a big dream in the modern era for some reason, and I don't know why. It's hard to make a living out of artworks like that, and yeah, I don't want to give up. I don't want to, like, fail my past self's dreams. I want to make her proud. So I don't know, I hope this is inspiring to some of you. Like, I'm not sure, I'm not you, but I hope it's touching somehow, and I hope it's helping you to cope or something. Maybe you're a fan from the distant future and you're watching my old videos and you're looking just to, like, get some inspiration to start your own business, to start something, to do the same thing that I'm doing right now, to gather followers and stuff. You have no hope, and you're here to gain some sort of inspiration. I can't give you that. I am really sorry. All I can give you is what I've already said. Um, and yeah, that's the update of my life. It's been tough recently, and I don't have good things to say, to be very honest. Yep. If you're going through a similar situation, or you just want inspiration, um, it gets worse. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna say that it's gonna get better with time. No, as of right now, it's shit, and it's gonna get shittier until the point you don't care anymore, and you just keep going, and then things get a little bit better, but they never improve to the point where you're like, oh, my life is good right now. No, it isn't. Life is like this. You're never at such a moment that it's genuinely good. And if it is, it becomes bad so quickly. Like, if you're the richest person in the world, you get depressed because you can't do everything. And you get tired of everything. What the fuck? Then you need problems, even though you have a great life. You need to reintroduce problems into your life. And go tell a broke person that. They'll punch you in the face, rightfully so. And so, yeah, like, poor people hate problems. And rich people love problems because when they solve them, they get money. That's it. That's all I have to say. Fuck the rich, fuck the billionaires, fuck the government, fuck the parents, fuck everyone. I'm out. Thank you for listening, and I hope our lives get better together. Thank you for listening. Bye.